Greetings. I have choice. Science broadcast. Third dimensional timeline shift, Nexus dimension, healing realm, and 5D distortions. I'm not sure what any of that meant. Third dimensional timeline shift, meaning like everything's going to hell basically. And we're just getting started. So they're doing this whole, I'm not going to go into details, the whole health situation, but obviously there's a major manipulation going on. Obviously. So for us to move into a different timeline. So yeah, it is a war without the bombs. So just have to maneuver through it the best you can. Yeah, they're here to take out timelines, but also create new ones. And we're going to go to like a super positive reality. Well, we're going to go to a new reality as we very positive. It's another story. I guess we're coming back to the. I'm not sure if they're going to do that whole December 21st thing again this year. See how it went so well last year. Yeah. So, look, somebody's in the background there. Yeah, these guys are running around like they lost their minds. They can finally wear themselves out. The Nexus dimension, I disconnected the energy. Yeah, so I was actually in the movie Star Trek. I didn't put a picture here. A Nexus reality where you actually go to get healed. It's kind of like a perfect reality. It's like where, it's like, it's, let's see if I can find it here on, anyways, it's in the movie Star Trek, the, Next Generation and Generations, but they're actually looking to go into a Nexus. And I wasn't looking for that. It's just where I felt Nexus and then I felt a healing dimension. So that was different. Yeah, it's like a place where you go to where everything is perfect. But that's only for, I mean, obviously you have the spirit realm, which I don't think is that perfect, actually. I think the place is all screwed up. At least ours is. There are other spirit realms that are pretty decent. Ours is all kinds of messed up. Well, if you haven't noticed, a lot of it's here. But yeah, it's like a perfect reality. I mean, so many people can only handle that so long, but it can heal a lot, especially heal after a world like this. Yeah, I was always wondering how that works. So if you have like a super negative lifetime and you survive that lifetime, where do you go? It's like spirit realm connected to this world is all screwed up. I mean, yeah, there's some positive areas, but they don't know what the hell they're doing half the time. Yeah, it's like driving blind. Like, it's bad. I mean, if you haven't noticed, just look at this place. We are a reflection of our spirit world. So it's got a lot of issues there. I mean, it has a positive side, obviously, but it has a screwed up side and so forth. Yeah, it gets taken over, things like that. It's like, what? So people think they're going to go to a spirit world that's all positive and find out because it's kind of. But anyway, the Nexus realm is a little bit more positive. It's very positive, but I think it's only for a short time. It's only so long you can handle it, but it still does a lot of. It's like a bath. It's an energy bath. I mean, imagine you can be in there as long as you want to be, but like you're like in this Nexus realm for like 1,000 years or something, but you come back to our reality, it's only been like a couple minutes. 5D distortions is like we feel like we're in 5D or 5D is coming and it's not showing up. It's here, it's there, it's everywhere. It's not there. So connected to 5D consciousness. So I guess I can channel the third dimension and see where our current timeline. Let's see where that's going. It's going really well, as you can see. Let's see. I do a little bit of an update. I'm like super behind on. Yeah, I'm super behind here. As I'm talking, we have private sessions. Shop here. Yeah, I'm still in June. I'm on June, I think 28th or 27th for some people. I'm back there. Same situation here. We have the webinar, social network. I think I haven't posted it in a while behind the scenes. I have to post something. I haven't really seen anything new recently to post. I haven't checked it either. Okay, I channel the third dimension. Yeah, where things are going. So as we go through this train wreck of imploding timelines, imploding realities, yeah, things are going to get well. Like there's restrictions in certain places, so it's pushing people out of those places. It's just we're being moved around. Expect not a lot, but there's just a lot of movement where we're wherever we're trying to accomplish here. Oh yeah, I guess should have put this in the title. I forget. I think this is going to go until like 2025. I saw 2022, but it looks like they're enjoying themselves too much, and whatever this is here to do, it's going to be a while. Now, it doesn't it? Who knows? But they're going to ride this wave as long as they can. So, I guess they had like a timeline set to 2022. But then they got to their secret society stuff. It's like, wow, that looks like that's working. We got our zombie apocalypse going on in certain areas. So it doesn't look like this is going to end anytime soon. Who knows? That can change. But right now, we're just in the beginning of it. Enough of that. Third dimensional timeline shift. Third dimension, just channel the third dimension. And do the Nexus and then just a 5D realm. So like whatever comes of that. All right, blessings. Greetings, your third dimensional consciousness. There are, yes, those that are awakened but still afraid of the truth. Now, there is a different way. There's a certain truth that you might not always be ready for yourself, and you might not be ready for some time. But then there are others that just are just afraid. They just want to put on their parking brake and stay in one place, not evolve. They're in the spiritual community, but they don't want to evolve. There's actually a lot of that. And some of them are spiritual teachers, some of them have a huge following, and that's to slow down others at the same time. And if you truly need to evolve, you will find where you need to go. Some find comfort in just not moving. They feel like, oh, I have it all figured out, whatever it might be for my reality, and they just stay put. But some of you are here to shift that around. Now, you move around somebody that just wants to stay nowhere. So yeah, you might seem radical, strange, unusual, which some of you are obviously already experiencing. Many of you, yes, are going into the future timelines of you wonder why you're here, though. It's like, why am I here? Why am I part of all of this? I don't belong any of this. Where this has been said before here in certain ways, but you're actually here for the future. Your energy input, it's kind of like, you don't have to look at it this way, but it's kind of like your computer bringing your vibration here. You know, you're bringing your information into this reality. You don't need a big attention. You don't need anything. You don't need anybody to know you exist. Of course, somebody will know you exist, but it doesn't. You can still be very, very low key. You know, you're still a normal person. Well, people might think, but you don't have to share your spiritual voice systems. But your energy is going out. Sometimes the quiet ones do a lot, or all the time, however you want to look at it. But many of you come here to set up the future. Some of you might have glimpses of the future. Wow, I see this like utopia reality. It's because you come from there. Or you're on some other reality where it exists and you want to make sure this reality, this timeline gets there. So there's a lot of, you can say, time travel to a certain It's a fame of mine. You as third dimensional humans, yes, you're here to lift up the vibrations when it's necessary. Some still need this third dimensional, this physical realm. And the physical realm will always exist somewhere, if not here, other places. Some do see physical as a bad thing, almost like a disease, which still many souls have a lot of healing to do on a course like that. Yes, so yes, physical beings against non-physical beings. You're technically going through that right now. Yeah, you talk about your spiritual development. Others like, what the hell are you talking about? So it's kind of a spiritual war that's not really recognized as that right now. It's been going on for some time. Yes, of course, the spirit realms aren't always going to be perfect. They're going to have issues just like anyone here. But at least it's become more recognized. It becomes more recognized, it engraves more in your planet and your world changes. It is seen as nonsense right now. There's a fairy realm. Just nothing exists. But there will come a time when it comes to be part of your reality where others can know exists. Either they love it or hate it. There's racism against those non physical beings. Time to realize that. Some of you have actually experienced it through physical and non physical wars. Obviously, you can see non physical beings doing a lot of damage here. And that's going to increase until it's going to increase until the world is ready to awaken. A timeline here is, yes, think of like a garden of all entities are welcome. All. For that's what makes this world so unique. All beings are welcome, no matter what. Shark being, platypus, whoever it might be. You can take a human form if you want. It's just necessary. Because there are a lot of worlds that are just Palladian beings, Syrian beings, Arturian beings. Of course, there are seed worlds there, but not to this extent. Whereas this world has stopped a lot of wars in the universe. Of course, no way to know that here. But eventually you'll discover that within your own selves. Yes, go into that cavern of yourself. How's the universe feel these days? Does anybody even check into the universe? I know you're checking into this reality every day, but how many are actually feeling the universe's energy? You can feel the energy of other planets, nothing wrong with that. But overall, how's the universe feeling these days? It is always expanding, it's always growing. But some of you have actually been rejected by this reality, this universe. Notice how we kind of got blocked there. Some of you have actually been thrown out of universes. Some of you have been thrown out of this universe. And you just find a way in somehow. Welcome to Earth. So this is another way of reconnecting to a universe that you got thrown out. Why you got thrown out is another story. Usually it's positive intentions, but not always. Well, let's put it this way. There are a lot of beings here that are not pleasant to be around. Well, physically, but also non-physically, of course. Do they want peaceful beings here? So you can be a very peaceful vibration and get thrown out. Obviously, the universe isn't necessarily throwing you out, someone else is doing it for them. The universe here does reject a lot of souls. It doesn't want everybody to incarnate here from other universes. It has a lot to deal with as it is. But some of you are connected to the matter of the universe itself and feel where your place is. Not just with the solar system, these galaxies, but further out. But it's time to expand your horizons. Like certain worlds that just speak to you. And you might not know the location where you might be able to pinpoint to a certain degree. Because some of you, yes, it's home. It's not this galaxy, it's many, many other places. Far, far away from here. Where even the word human does not exist. Where insectoids exist, or even reptilians to a certain extent. But this human form is foreign. The reason we bring this up as you unlock yourselves, yes, you get thrown out of this universe. After the timeline shifts, of course, there's Well, we'll just let other beings go into that. Greetings. We are, yes, the Nexus dimension. Of course, you can use any word you wish. Yes, of course we exist. We are part of your consciousness of basically wanting a break from the world or universes for that matter. A universe does have a personality. It has traits. It has people it likes, people it doesn't like. So it has favorites. It surely does pick favorites. I realize we're kind of humanizing that a little bit, but not really. A lot of universes are very magical. The magical beings are always into what can magic create. Flying horses, powerful elemental beings of all the sky beings and so forth. Your universe is a little bit of positive universes, but also negative ones, and they'll become more clear as you unlock yourselves here. But many of them feel like they're not part of this universe at all. I feel like it's kind of like isolating, because it is. Well, is there such thing as called prison universes? There's a prison planet. There's also a prison universe, which you're in right now. Now, don't say you're going to be locked here forever. No, not at all. But you're here to unlock yourselves from this reality, but also others, because you can go from one prison reality to another. Now, you can take this however you want. Now, you don't have to believe in any of that. That's fine. But some do feel this is a prison universe. Realize you're not always connected to your universe. I mean, some of you are trying. But feel blocked. What doesn't always want to talk to you? Yes, you're dialing in, and it says, I'm not picking up. So there's a lot of stubborn energies with this universe. Once again, it comes from other consciousnesses to create this. And many beings here want to be, God of this universe. And pretty much are acting like it. And they're the ones keeping your world isolated at this time. Godlike beings feel like they can be God of anything, and they're actually given the power to do so. Part of this universe wants to see what they're capable of. So that's why some of you might feel a little indifferent with this universe. As for the Nexus energy field, it can go on. Well, you can create other paradise dimensions all you want. Creating a paradise dimension is just feeling it within yourself. Do I deserve this? Can I get along with who's there? And let's make it happen. A lot of this, yes, has a lot of sexual energy connected to it. Especially after a world like this, you're releasing a great deal. So many of you, or all of you, what is say all of you, but not everybody utilizes, that you can create your own worlds, universes, but also perfect realms, dimensions. It's like you're inventors, and you are, where you create, like, in your own consciousness, a place where you feel like others can heal fast. Some people might call it a world, but this is like a plane, a realm. You can make a world there if you really want to. That's one way to sustain yourself for longer. But yes, one day in this dimension, the Nexus dimension, one day you think you're in one place, second day you're somewhere else, like a whole other reality altogether. It's wherever you need to remove chakras and truly go deep cleaning within yourselves. Depending on the soul, of course. Not everybody's ready to heal, of course. What would be why? Why heal? It's like you're wearing so much in pain. Why fix that? Not that means that people like suffering, some do. But you're learning a lot from that suffering. So that suffering is really, you're just gaining a lot of knowledge from it. So you keep it around for as long as you can. That's all we have. Greetings to you. We are the 5D consciousness. Yeah, some do come to 5D feeling that they are accomplish a great deal, which they have, but they're not realizing there's still a lot of difficulties to be learned there. Meaning 5D can kick you back to the 3D. But some beings that go into the 5D feel like that's a see all, be all. That's where you're going to be perfect and everything's going to be fine. And the fifth dimension's like, you don't really need this place yet. You need to go back to figure yourself out, whatever it might be. It is a lot of soul healing that's being done here in the third dimension. Yes, it might hurt, it might be hard, but you're also creating more of yourself. You're actually creating personality, you're creating so much more deeper rooted energy. And that would become easier in your past and your future, meaning that some of you can visualize another version of Earth or connect to other versions of Earth and bring those Earths into closer to this vibration. You can also visualize, depending on who you are, two Earths next to each other. One's positive, one is, well, chaotic. But also, the positive one needs a great deal of responsibility. So many of you come here to go through this pain, to go to a more positive reality, but to keep it that way, to keep it from being taken over. So you wonder why you're coming here. And yes, you can't answer everyone's question, but you come here so you can go to a higher plane and make sure this is not happening there. And there's a lot of that going on. Now, some come here and take a positive world and turn it into this. There's a little bit of all that going on. It keeps you busy. So the 5D realm, some of you that are tapping into those vibrations, yes, you might be there for a short time. But once again, we feel many are being kicked out. This physical realm needs you. Even if you feel like it doesn't need you, it does. Because it's learning much from your energies of growth on so many different levels. It's just not just being, but following what your ambitions truly are. How you want to transform yourself. Do you want to look like something different when you leave here? Some do the plastic surgery stuff, but that's not what we were talking about. The plastic surgery is very connected to AI, artificial intelligence. So it is adding kind of, depending on the person, some add implants. Some just want to go to plastic surgery. Can you make me ugly? There's a lot of that. They will not say it publicly, but I wonder why so many people have their faces all splashed and bold. They really don't really like themselves. So why not show that on the surface? Some feel like, oh, that person went too far with plastic surgery. Oh, but what is within that person exactly? So I believe there's been, yes, many that had too much plastic surgery and once again cannot connect to themselves. Nothing's good enough. Willing to just wipe their whole face out. Well, some are used to getting everything they want, and they come to this world and they can't get anything they want, so they start tearing themselves apart. There's different ways of looking about that. Over time, that will become more clear. And some people that have plastic surgery that look like cat people because they are cat people. So they want that feature to come out for this experience. So it's just a soft reveal of who's here. You imagine if someone get plastic surgery and look like a mantis being? Yes, that would be the world's not ready for certain things. That's one of them. But it doesn't mean you have to do that type of surgery. But some people, yes, would be born. They're already here now. Bug eyes. Once again, the fifth dimension is a place that some feel they can go there and feel perfect and peaceful. And yes, there is that, but also what can you bring to other realities to make them better? Especially the one you just came from where you feel like you're getting a break from. But in truth, it needs you more than anything before. Some feel like they're not going to incarnate it here again. And that might be true for some, but many of you are just kind of telling yourself that because you're also shutting down this timeline for yourself, meaning that your next life would be totally different than when you are. Many are a continuation. Like I was, baking bread in one lifetime, and now I own a bakery in this other lifetime. You're built upon it yourselves. But someone is just saying, I'm not going to incarnate here again, am I? Well, that's yes and no. Many of you are changing. You're not going to be like this. You're going to be like something else for various different reasons. They can't always tell you how that's gonna go. Are they lying? Not necessarily. It means they say, "Oh yeah, you're not going to come back here," because a lot of times that is true. Some of you come back as very advanced spirit guides. Of course, it's funny. The very advanced spirit guides do very little. Well, the new ones are like, "Oh yes, do this. Go buy that. Yes, go talk to that person." It's like, yes, you're being remote controlled. So the smarter guides just obviously they don't want that to happen. But of course, that's up to the person to allow that to occur. This usually the more sophisticated or more knowledgeable guides truly let you do what you want to do. They might intervene every now and then. Of course, they're going to help you follow your path, but they also want to help you feel like you have some freedom where you don't need guides anymore. They're always going to be there in some form or another. It's just they don't have to worry about you, as some will say.